Hey guys, King of Charm Manners here. Now we are going to look at the pretty useless, well, mostly useless Jacko head, which starts off at grade 2. It gives a base defense of 34, and the crafting requirements are, it is all rarity 2 materials, so all these will be all rarity 2. You need 1 Kuluyaku beak, 1 monster bow medium, and 10 pumpkin tickets. And all of this hype is because the Jacko head's equipment skill, which is solidarity, in parentheses pumpkin hunt, and it starts off at level 1, but its max is also at level 1. This increases the attack power the more of your fellow hunters have this skill activated. If active during the Halloween pumpkin hunt event, the effect is multiplied by 5. So the more people wearing this thing, the better the effect goes. However, what is the actual effect for the Jacko head? Like, what does it do? Does it increase, like, how is it? Is it a solid or is it percentile? Well, let's find out. And now, when Solidarity came out, there's misinformation spread out about its actual attack boost. So here's the actual one, and here's the misinformation. So some Japanese dude on a subreddit stated it was an 100-point attack increase. So it's through, like, level 5, like, off the bat. No, this is false. I actually tested this a lot when it first came out, so when it first released, and there was no way it was a base increase of 100 attack because the testing number values just made no sense. I used the Rathalos helm. The attack boost is level 2, of course, and it gives you 40 attack at level 2, so I tested out, and the numbers just didn't add up. So, yay, this dude was so confident, too. I'm like, why would you post something like that yeah, but no, just no. So, after further debate, the actual increase is a 1% attack increase. This was confirmed by many wikis and sites, etc. Mostly the wiki site says 1% attack increase, and that seems to be a lot more consistent. Multiplied by 5, that's a 5% increase during the Halloween Pumpkin Hunt event. Alright, now here's some calculations calculating the Solidarity Pumpkin Hunt attack boost. So I'm going to assume that the helm is being used during the Halloween Pumpkin event, which is a 5% increase per player. So 1 player is 5%, 2 players are 10, 3 is 15, and 4 players are 20. Now I'm going to do these calculations using the Rose and Arrow 3, my Rose and Arrow 3 at grade 7, 5 out of 5. So grade 7, 5 out of 5, it has a 732 base attack. And I'm not going to go through all the numbers. I'm not going to bore you with math. I hate math. But as you see here, 1 player, it's a 36.6 increase. At 2 players, it's 73.2. 3 players, it's 109.8. And for 4 players, it's 146.6. So this means for me to benefit, I need to play with one other person that has the Jacko head. And here's some more math. You know what? I hate math. I actually do hate math. I don't get as a mental health therapist why I have to take math for my grad. But you know what? I like big numbers. So I like doing big numbers to monsters. So here's an important note. So when you do percentage attack bonus are only really worth it if your weapon's base attack is high. So if your total base is really high, then it's worth it. Here's an example. 300 times 5% is 315. 600 times 5% is 630, and 800 times 5% is 840. So this means, for you solar players, I did the math for you. This would mean in order for Solidarity to pass the Rathalos helm, which is level 2 attack boost, which is a plus 40 attack, you would need higher than an 800 base attack stat. 800, that's grade 7, grade 8 level. So if you aren't at like 7 or 8 stars, this is totally not worth it. But yeah, there's those calculations. So yes, you would need a higher than an 800% base attack stat to do better than the Rathalos helm, which gives you the level 2 attack boost, which is plus 40 attack.
You don't have friends, do you?
3.1411535897132384646438.
Holy math nerds! Is all that pie?
Make him stop! He's a moron!
Alright, you can include me in that list of morons, because there's no way in hell you're making me memorize pi. I hate math, I despise math, and there's no reason I use math, even though I'm Supply Specialist United States Air Force, and no, I hated math, I hated doing all of it. But if you know, you know, Angel Beats is goated. If you don't know, you should probably watch it because it's absolutely amazing, and it's one of the best animes of all time. Seriously. And calculating the Solidarity Pumpkin Math attack boost for group players. So this is for group and parties. So I'm going to assume a 300 base attack, and again, this is calculated for group/parties. 2 players at 300, that would be at 10%, that'd be 330. For 3 players, that'd be 300 at 15%, that'd be 345. And for 4 players, 300 times 20% is 360. With this conclusion, if your base damage is low, even 2 players having the Jacko head wouldn't be worth it. So in order for it to actually matter, your base damage would have to be higher than 400 for the damage increase to matter with 2 players. So 400, if you've started the game, if you're like grade 4 or 5, I believe, you should have a weapon with like 400, so that's when it would actually matter. Which means you newer players are snap out of luck for Halloween, because this isn't a trick or trick for you, this is a screw you by whoever decided to design this thing, because it is not worth it at a low base attack. Again, you need a 400 damage, your attack would have to be higher than 400 for the damage increase to matter with 2 players. Because 400 times, I'm not gonna go into the math. Yeah. That's what it is. And you have to also take and consider monster scaling. So monsters' HP will scale depending on how many players you have in a group when you fight a large monster. So again, it's going to increase, and here's a little bit of calculations. With 1 player, it's normal, of course. With 2 players, it's at 1.5. With 3 players, the monster's HP is doubled, and with 4 players, the monster's HP is tripled. Comparing with Solidarity, that means 1 player at 5% is going to have normal HP, of course. With 2 players, you'll get a 10% increase. The monster will be at 1.5. With 3 players, you will all get a 15% increase in attack, but your monster will have twice its HP. And at 4 players, of course, at 20%, the monster's HP will be tripled. So take that in consideration when using this item. With that being said, in conclusion, for solo players, this helm is absolute garbage. Unless your base attack is higher than 800, don't even bother using this thing. Which is a majority of us, well, for me in the United States, most of my friends in my city don't actually play this game, and because you can't message people to actually play this game around your area, yeah, I can't really find anybody to use the Jacko head with. But I'm fine. I'm fine being a solo player. But still, dang it, Niantic, dang it. Boo. For group players, though, your results may vary. You will still need a high base attack at a much lower value, so it's a much high, you still need a high base attack and a much lower value, so over calculation before 400. However, take into consideration the monster HP's increase per player, so you have to take in consideration the large monster's increase, even if you're using the Jacko head. So around that, if you do the math, 3 players is generally the sweet spot for group play, so 3 players will get you there. You can play with 4, but just make sure you all have high attack, etc., or the proper calculations. Do the math yourself. I don't think you want to do that, but yeah, do the math yourself, and hopefully for group players that result is a positive for you and your party or your group. With that being said, you still need to build the Jacko head if you want the Halloween Pumpkin Hunt medal. In order to do this, you must defeat 20 large monsters wearing the Jacko head. So yeah, there is, even if as much as it sucks for a solo player, and again, results may vary if you're for group play, you still need to build this thing if you want that big gold medal, that shiny gold medal. I'm kind of a completionist, so you definitely know I built this thing and I got the medal, so yeah. But hopefully, I'm looking forward to hopefully the next event item being better than this. Hopefully they make an improvement, even a 10% increase would do much better. So instead of 1% to 5% and then a 10% for group, that would be much better. There's ways to improve on this. It's still the first day. It's the first, holiday themed event, so they can improve. But please do me a huge favor, subscribe, and comment for YouTube algorithm. Hopefully, like I mentioned, I will be analyzing the future holiday event items, and hopefully they're better than this one. And good luck on your grinds, and I will see y'all on the next one.